I feel like your ego fuels a lot of your decisions.
Yeah, that's why I like mushrooms, because it fucking removes that from the
Ego
equation. Yeah, and I think like ego decisions are usually not the best.
What do you like on mushrooms?
I like the fact that I have the answers to my questions. I like the fact that my ego is removed. I like that. I think things are more clear, you know, like I think you get fogged by a bunch of shit that actually doesn't really fucking matter, but you think in your mind that it does, and you have so many fucking distractions. And when I'm doing mushrooms, I leave my cell phone and I just kind of, you know, I don't know, I just figure shit out.
You texted me or you messaged me when we were in Iceland. You said, y'all better lemon tech some mushrooms while you're out there. What is that process about?
So if you cook the mushrooms in lemon juice for like 20 minutes, it basically like, it activates the psilocybin, I guess, in a way that like your body would have to do it, but it bypasses that step. So it's faster. And I think it's a little bit more intense. And then you actually don't even have to eat the mushrooms. You can just drink the shot of lemon juice. I learned about that in Iceland with the Icelandic mushrooms, and it was pretty fucking awesome. So yeah, I've been doing that lately.
Is that stronger than tea? Because I thought tea was supposed to be a similar approach.
I don't know. I did a little research online, and it seems like it's gotten good reviews of lemon teching, and so yeah, I've been doing that lately.
You doing mostly micros, or you could just hero doses, or what?
Some heroes here and there. You know, for me, I think I don't know, man. Like Cowboy Cerrone, like that fucking dude. He was like microdosing mushrooms before fights and shit, which I thought was pretty fucking.
Probably
badass.
why I got the shit kicked out.
Well, I don't know.
No ego though, so I didn't really feel bad about it.
Yeah, no, he's definitely.
He walked up like this, like, all right, it was a good
Whatever.
fight.
My opponent did a great job.
No, but I mean, I think with the microdosing, I had better results on acid. When I microed acid, I did like maybe a 10th or an 8th of a hit, and it was almost like Adderall. I felt like I was like very fucking
Zoned
clear,
in.
locked on. Yeah, I felt like, I don't know, I had been like trying some backflips or whatever on a wakeboard, and I just felt like when I did that fucking thing acid, it just kind of like that removed the last little thread of fear, and I was able to stick it, you know. So there's been certain things where I feel like it allowed me to like break through barriers, or I don't know, and it allows your mind to connect, like all your brain to fucking connect in ways that it couldn't otherwise. So
Well, that's one of the things that psychedelics are like proven to do, is reconnect those damaged pathways between parts of the brain. So it reconnects like those bridges that are damaged through trauma, stress, you know, other drug use, right? So it's a repair process for the brain, but it also tears down that frontal barrier of all of that bullshit that fogs your subconscious mind.
Yep.
So that's why you're fucking locked into exactly what you would be thinking without all of the fucking stressors of daily life.
the second guessing, the fucking ego, the blah, you know, all this other shit, you know.
I will say microdosing, as long as it's microdosing, I think could work. But I know a lot of people who got lost in the sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe they microdosed a little too much, too many times in a row, day after day. And like, I get it. You know, it's a plant. Weed's a plant. These are drugs.
Yeah.
These are drugs.
Oh, yeah.
And just like anything, if you don't, you know, control in moderation, you're going to overdo it. And like when I'm going through your book, I have no idea how you do all the things you do, all the substances you take, barely sleep and work out.
I was usually pretty decent about the sleep. I've always had a hard time sleeping, but I usually tried to allocate a decent amount. And then I think also I didn't drink. And the drinking, I think, is a lot rougher on you.
You're right.
Than a lot of the other shit, you know?
Yeah.
So I went overboard with the weed, and I found when I did the book, and also when I was just in Thailand and traveling and whatever, that when I didn't smoke weed as much, I was definitely clearer. I felt like I slept better. But there's a withdrawal period, and I think that's the confusion for for a lot of people. Like they'll smoke weed, and it'll give them it'll give them relief from anxiety, or it'll help them sleep, or it'll all these things. But then when they overconsume, I feel like it exacerbates those things that they were trying to then fix, right? And then they get into this rut where, like me for Valium, I was taking Valium every night to sleep, and then when I wouldn't take it, then I really didn't get shit for sleep, and I didn't realize the half-life was like fucking 100 hours or something, so I had to like kick it for a full week. And so I've battled a lot of different addictions, and people say that weed is not addictive. I just disagree. I mean, maybe I'm just an addictive guy, but
No, I disagree as well. I think
No, it's 100%
It is addictive.
psychologically and mentally addictive.
because like I'm just like waiting, like, okay, can I get high now? I've got my shit done. Like, is it time? And I feel like, Yeah, it just, I don't know, man. I just absolutely believe that weed is addictive. And maybe it's the new strains or how they've fucking fucked with it, but whatever I'm smoking now is addictive.
I'm on like week 2 now. No, I'm like 11 days of like no weed, and I've realized 2 days in a row now I get really irritable. Like I get really mad, short-tempered,
Like
because there's nothing
2 days
to
after
like
you
get me
quit?
to reveal. No, I'm 11 days off now, and I thought 7 days.
Still.
Oh yeah, I haven't smoked.
Wow.
I
No,
haven't
no, still getting irritable.
So I didn't have any problems. So I was like, oh, weed isn't addictive. And so like 8 days is good. 9 days, I was like, fuck. Because like the things that I would want to get away from my thoughts, because that's why I started smoking weed, is because I can't sleep but I want to get away from my own thoughts.
Yep.
So like if I overconsume myself with too many questions. So when I can't do that now, I sit there in my own fucking thoughts, and I think that's what makes it addictive, is that you know that there's something you can do to just get yourself off of
Out
it
of there.
completely.
It's so funny how it serves a different purpose forever. Like I smoke because I am diving into my thoughts. I want to dive in the deepest parts of my brain that I didn't feel like I had access to, although I probably did, and this is just me rationalizing and justifying why I smoke weed. But my withdrawals are also, I get irritable. I get a gag reflex. I brush my teeth and I'm like, I lose my appetite. It's the weirdest shit.
But the same thing we were talking about with the shrooms and the LSD, any psychoactive like weed is going to remove that frontal barrier. So the reason you're able to dive so deeply into your thoughts is because you're not dealing with the second guessing and all the bullshit that would normally come with it. And for you, THC has the longest half-life out of the drug game. And so you may have a delayed withdrawal experience, 8 days, because THC stays in your system for 30
it can get in
days.
your
after
fat
that.
and shit. Yeah.
Exactly.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it's stored. Yeah, THC is stored in your fatty cells. So
Oh, bro, it's so annoying.
That's why
So
they can.
annoying.
That's why you can pop on a drug test for THC like fucking
45 days.
Yeah,
after,
exactly.
yeah.
Whereas Coke, it's like 2 days.
2,
you know
3
what I mean? So
days.
it's like
Yeah.
when it stores in your body fat, then I think when you work out, it can release that, or when you burn that fat, I think it's one of those things where it's kind of like
That's
small
so
amounts.
funny, because that was the day, because I was gone with him and I didn't get to work out, and the day I got really mad was the day I was working out afterwards. That's
You're
really weird. I'm
sweating the
learning
rest of
about
it
this.
out,